Well, let's do a real life experiment on the World of What today. What do we have? We have the Great British Penguin and we have the Australian Tim Tam. Okay, but which is best? And can you do with penguins what you do with Tim Tams? I have a British cup of tea here. Let's first of all unwrap these and see what the difference between a Tim Tam and a penguin is. First of all, Tim Tams are more expensive. They are not wrapped when they arrive, so you'd have to eat all the packet. Of course, penguins, the Great British Penguin, is individually wrapped, so you only have to have one. So you're more likely to eat the whole lot if you're Australian. Tim Tams, interesting enough, named after a horse that won a horse race at the Kentucky Derby. Penguins, of course, are named after a penguin. But really, they're not. It's just because they're black and white in colour. Let's have a look at what it looks like. All right, and which tastes best, most importantly. So here we go. These are the penguin. Look at that. That is a good sized biscuit. That's a proper biscuit. Let's go to the Tim Tam. Look at that. Shrinkflation in action. Wow. It's smaller and about the same depth. So the Tim Tam already feels a bit cheated, but it's all about the taste, as you know. Now, what we have here, we have some tea. Now, as we're doing this in Great Britain land, I've got some tea, all right, out of a pot, of course, brewed to perfection. There we go. Let's put that there. And milk, sir? Yes, please. Thank you very much indeed. And a bit of milk in that one. Right. Now, of course, in Australia land, you wouldn't be using a cup and saucer because it's a little bit too couth. But there we go. Now, first of all, let's have a quick look at the difference in the biscuit. Let's just chop the Tim Tam. All right. And let's have a look at that. All right. Have a look at what that looks like. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to now chop the penguin, and this is what the penguin looks like inside. Wow. But the question is, which tastes better? Now, what's going to have to happen now, I've had to sacrifice those two biscuits to be eaten at a later date, which I will do off camera. So now we have to take a second, first of all, let's eat them dry, okay? Tim Tam going first. Everyone knows what a penguin tastes, right? It feels quite dry, a Tim Tam, but it's got a sweet middle bit. Very sweet middle bit. Let's go for the penguin now. Okay. It's a more solid biscuit and not as sweet, I would suggest, all right? More satisfying. But as you know, Australians eat Tim Tams in an unusual way. So let's do this. What you have to do, you have to bite the opposite corner of the Tim Tam, all right? Like that. And like that. And then take your cup of tea and suck it up, because this is a sort of thing a British person would do at tea time. Look what's happened to the biscuit there. What a ridiculous thing that is. Okay? It's just melted the chocolate. Oh, it'd have to be an Australian that did that. Right. Let's put that down. And let's get another British penguin out. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to wipe my face. That'll do it. Right. And here we go. Right. penguin. I'm going to do the same routine that Australians do and try and work out which is better. And here we go, a little bite on that edge. This is easier to do. I have got my second cup of tea, so not to infiltrate the other cup of tea, because that one might be tainted by now. Let's have a go, put that in there, okay, and then we go, hold on a minute, suck like crazy.
Now, I have to say, that looks like a better straw. It's a bit longer.
It's a better straw. You get more tea on it. Up.
But it collapsed.
It did collapse. I'm a woman person. And now what's going to happen here? Luckily, in Britain land, you'll always have a spoon handy, and you can just go overdunked. That's overdunked now. Look, hold still. Right, so if this is an official thing now, I can tell you which is best, the Tim Tam or the penguin. Dry, the penguin is better, okay? Dunked, as long as you don't overdunk, is it the Tim Tam or is it the penguin? I've got to say, the penguin wins every time. And that is an official result. If you'd like to comment on that one, please do. I'm just going to have another cup of tea. I thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Please comment, because we're very big in Australia land. Thank you very much. I'll see you for the next one.